A little bit about our buddy Bob Iger. So here's the thing. So the other day, we talked about this really nice story that went out there, made everybody's heart feel nice. That Tom Holland, the guy playing Spider-Man now, love Tom Holland. He's also going to be playing Nathan Drake in the upcoming Uncharted movies. Tom Holland was so distraught over Spider-Man not being in Marvel and the MCU anymore, that he decided to get involved and call the heads of Sony and call the heads of Disney and all that kind of stuff and get involved. And everybody said, Tom Holland, save the Spider-Man MCU deal. To which I, myself and Rob said, guys, look, I'm sure it didn't hurt, and I'm sure he did make those calls. But if you think that's what pushed it over the edge, I think you're crazy. Now, before we talk about what Bob Iger just said, I want to mention something here. All of us wanted the same thing. Most of us anyway. We all wanted Disney and Sony to make a deal and to see, at least for a while longer, to see Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU for at least a while longer. It's what we all wanted. Most of us. It's what most of us wanted. And it's kind of like there's a burning building and a baby still in the building. We all want somebody to come along and save that baby out of the building. We all want that. And so it happens. A certain firefighter got up there and saved the baby, and we're all happy. We all won. Then comes a disagreement. But did the firefighter come down the east hallway, or did he come down the west hallway? Well, what does it matter? We got what we wanted. The baby was saved. Yeah. But did he come down the east hallway, or did he come down the west hallway? Ultimately, it really doesn't matter. And what we all wanted was the Sony, Disney, MCU thing to get worked out, at least for now, and get that worked out. And it did. Now, how did it get worked out? Well, we all won, but let's talk about this for a second. Bob Iger, for those of you who might have missed it, forgive me, guys. He got on, it was Jimmy Kimmel the other night. And he's out promoting his book and all that kind of stuff. And they talked about the Tom Holland situation. Now, this comes out, I'm not going to play the video clip, but this comes out of the Hollywood Reporter and their account of it. For those of you who might have missed this, Bob Iger said the following. We had an event called D23, and Tom Holland was there because he's a voice in the new Pixar movie called Onward. I was actually there in the room when he did this. And what Tom Holland, Bob Iger says, he said something. What he said was really touching. Tom Holland, as he was walking off stage, he stopped and said, guys, I know it's been a crazy couple of days because the news about the Spider-Man deal being dead had just broken. I know it's been a crazy couple of days, but I just wanted to say, I love you 3000. Then he walked off the stage. It was really great. It was a great moment. Anyway, Bob Iger says, he said something, and it was clear that the fans wanted Tom back as Spider-Man. Like, Bob Iger and the guys at Sony, they didn't realize that. What? Wait a minute. The fans like Tom Holland the fans wanted Tom Holland back as Spider-Man in the MCU? We never knew. Anyway, it was clear that the fans wanted Tom back as Spider-Man. Iger continued to explain that after D23's Expo, Holland asked for Iger's phone number and email, to which he responded that he'd speak with him. Iger said that after speaking with Holland, he made a couple of phone calls before ultimately calling the head of Sony. He called me and I called them, Iger said, also adding that sometimes companies, when they're negotiating, they forget that there are other folks out there that actually matter. This all comes from the report on the Hollywood Reporter, and of course from Bob Iger's. Now, everybody knows I idolize Bob Iger. He's amazing. Perhaps the best corporate leader in the world is Bob Iger. He's the head of Disney, and I'm a big Disney fan, and all this kind of stuff. So when that happened, a lot of people started tweeting me saying, hey, John, remember how you said you didn't think that Tom Holland, you said Tom Holland, getting involved didn't hurt, but remember how you said that Tom Holland didn't ultimately save everything? Well, look, Bob Iger is saying it was Tom Holland that saved everything. Okay. First of all, isn't it a lovely coincidence that just the day after this story gets leaked about Tom Holland's involvement in it, Bob Iger just happens to be on Kimmel to tell this heartwarming story that makes all of our hearts go aflutter. Oh my, Tom Holland saved Spidey. Isn't that a romantic idea? Isn't that beautiful? Guys, this is a PR spin. It's a PR spin. And I love Bob Iger. And I don't blame him for putting a PR spin. But look, I posted tons of pictures of angry fans from D23. People were mad about the whole Sony Disney Spider-Man thing falling through. It was a bad look for everybody. And now they've come up with this story. And I'm not saying Tom Holland didn't get involved, and I'm not saying Tom Holland getting involved didn't hurt things at all. I'm not suggesting that in the least. But this is all PR spin to put a big smile on everybody's face and make this seem like such a nice situation. It is a PR spin, guys. Really? Really? Sony and Bob Iger didn't realize until I keep saying Tom Hardy, until Tom Holland got on stage at D23, I didn't know fans actually wanted him back as Spider-Man. I didn't know. This was a revelation to me. The heavens opened up, and then I saw the truth that the fans, he knew, we all knew. And then it just so happens that the day that these stories leak online, then he's got this Kimmel appearance. Guys, it's all PR spin. It's all PR spin. Now, again, going back to the baby in the burning building, all we wanted was the baby to be saved from the building. All we wanted was for Spider-Man to have Sony and Disney do their deal again. We all got what we wanted. And now we're just quibbling over which hallway did the firefighter take. That's all we're quibbling over right now. But like, to me, to buy in, listen, Bob Iger is playing us all like a fiddle. He is playing this PR thing. It's like, everybody's still kind of raw about that. You know what? Let's spin this story about how Tom Holland came around. Everybody loves Tom Holland. Let's say he saved everything. And we all dance to Bob Iger's fiddle. And I love Bob Iger. It's a great move for him to do PR. But I like in this situation under this. So sitting down last night and getting very well-meaning from a bunch of you guys, very well-meaning like messages from you guys saying, hey, John, Bob Iger's confirming that Tom Holland did it. What it reminded me of was a couple of years ago. Let me see if I can remember this specifically. When I said something was happening, and then somebody got on stage at Comic-Con to say it wasn't happening, and I got all these people messaging me saying, see, John, you were wrong. Remember this? I think if we're the type of people that believe this Bob Iger story, like completely at face value, I believe we're also the same people that bought this story. Remember this story? Remember this? Everybody want to remember this? It was only a couple years ago. The story was out there that Ben Affleck was going to be out as Batman. The story was out there. It wasn't just me. The Hollywood Reporter, just days before the Warner Brothers panel at Comic-Con, also confirmed it. The Hollywood Reporter put out their story. No, Ben Affleck is going to be done. He's done as Batman. So then what happened? Ben Affleck got on stage. Warner Brothers denied it brutally. Ben Affleck got on stage, and reading this report from Deadline from 2017, Ben Affleck today shot down a rumor that he will leave his role as Bruce Wayne / Batman when Matt Reeves directs a new solo iteration of the signature DC superhero. Affleck said, Batman is the coolest effing part of any universe. I am so thrilled to do it. It is effing amazing. After 2 films, Kevin Tsujihara, Sue Kroll, and Toby Emmerich have said, we want you to be our Batman. And I would be an ape on the ground for Matt Reeves, because Matt Reeves had directed a Planet of the Apes movie. It's a great time in DC Universe, and you can see why I am so excited to play Batman. Remember that, everybody? Remember that? Ben Affleck and Warner Brothers were playing their fiddle, dude, and we all danced. Oh, Ben Affleck's still going to be Batman. Yeah, we buy it, the PR machine. Remember when, I keep forgetting the name of the dude from Sons of Anarchy, one of my favorite shows. Anyway, remember when that dude, the guy who played Jax on Sons of Anarchy, he was going to be in 50 Shades of Grey? And then they put out this story that, scheduling conflicts. Later we found out it wasn't scheduling conflicts at all. It was much other stuff that got him out of it. Look, all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's great that we got Disney and Sony to make a deal because we got what we all wanted. We're going to get at least a couple more Spider-Man movies in the MCU. And that's what we all wanted. And now for fun, we're jabbing over which hallway did the firefighter come down, the east or the west. And it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, from my perspective, as much as I love Bob Iger, this is so clearly a PR song and dance to make everybody feel good that it's almost revolting. But it's great. It's also very smart on their part. But again, at the end of the day, I don't care. We all got what we wanted. I just think to believe Bob Iger's story at this point is also to have believed Ben Affleck back when he was swearing up and down that he wasn't going to be leaving as Batman. That's all I'm saying. It's just PR. It's what they should say. It's what they should do. But we just don't have to believe it. But either way, it's not important. We got what we all wanted. That's the bottom line. Anyway, that's my point of view on that. I know many of you have a different point of view, and that's totally cool. Anyway, with that down...